Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about epidural hematoma. So first of all, what is meant by epidural hematoma? Epidural hematoma or extradural hematoma is an extraaxial hematoma, which means outside the brain, occurring in between the dura and the skull. So if you see here, this part is the skull and the blue one is the dura mater, as it forms in between the skull and the dura mater. So in the epidural space, it is known as epidural hematoma. And typically, epidural hematoma is traumatic and arterial. So arterial hematomas are more rapidly progressive when compared to the venous hematomas. The incidence of epidural hematoma is higher in young adults, in men compared to women. So the next thing is that what causes epidural hematoma? Blunt force head trauma, which includes parieto-temporal fractures, which accounts for 73.5%. And the next thing is that road traffic collisions, which accounts for 57%. And the next thing is that assault and falls, which accounts for 22% and 9% respectively. Which artery frequently involves in epidural hematoma? It is middle meningeal artery. Most common source of bleeding occurs due to a fracture at the pterion, as it lacerates anterior division of vessel as it runs beneath. So the middle meningeal artery runs beneath pterion in the epidural space. So you can see that this is the anterior division of middle meningeal artery. Next, we move on to the clinical features of epidural hematoma. So a person who is suffering from epidural hematoma will surely have history of trauma or fall. And the next characteristic feature of epidural hematoma is lucid interval. So first of all, what is meant by lucid interval? It is initial loss of consciousness at the time of injury and followed by lucid period before further collapse. So when a person is hit by an object at the time of injury, he will lose consciousness. Then he will briefly gain consciousness. Then after some time, he will lose consciousness, which is far worse. So the time interval or the time gap between these two conscious level is known as lucid interval or lucid period. So further, the symptoms can be like headache, nausea, progressive drowsiness, confusion, and etc. So on further examination, a patient with epidural hematoma may have his pupil of eye on the side of the injury is dilated and fixed. So the reason is due to the effect impressed on cranial nerve 3 oculomotor by compressed intracranial sutures. And the next thing, eye on the side of the injury is positioned down and out. So the reason for this is due to the unopposed innervation of cranial nerve 4 and cranial nerve 6, which is trochlear and abducens respectively. And the next thing is that low conscious level and raised intracranial pressure are also characteristic features of epidural hematoma. Next thing we are going to discuss is diagnosis. Under CT scan, epidural hematoma shown as hyperdense biconvex or lens shape. So do you know why it is in the lens shape? The reason behind this is as the bleeding is being limited by the firm attachments of the dura to the suture lines on the inner surface of the cranium. So these are the sutures and this is the dura mater. So it is limited by the sutures of the skull. Next, the treatment and management of epidural hematoma. It can be managed conservatively or surgically depending on the number of factors. So the factors are size, midline shift, and Glasgow Coma scale. So if the hematoma is more than 30 centimeter cube, should be managed surgically by craniotomy or burr hole. And open craniotomy is done if the hematoma is large. So prolonged trephination is done in case of neurosurgery unavailability, and it is done by emergency department. So if the hematoma is less than 30 centimeter cube and with also low thickness, minimal midline shift, and the GCS is more than 8 without any neurological deficit, then we have to follow conservative management, which involves serial CT imaging and close neurological observation. And the next thing is that if any bleeding source is identified, and if necessary, ligation or cauterization is done. Next, to the what are the post surgery medications? The post surgery medications which given to the epidural hematoma patient is anti-seizure medications and hyperosmotic agents. So these medications reduce the brain swelling and intracranial pressure, and if a patient is left untreated, it can progress to coma or even to death. So the overall mortality rate is 30%. I hope you like this video. Please do subscribe and share my channel. And if you have any suggestions, please drop in comment box.